Thanks. Are you videoing us? Oh my. If you got a shoe, I'll shine it. If you got a foot, I'll shine that too. I'll shine anything that you got. Anything you got, literally anything. I'll shine literally anything. I think that's like my mission, to make things all really shiny. You know? Metaphorically.
Do you know Jeff Koons?
What's that?
Do you know Jeff Koons?
I know Jeff Koons, not personally. We don't like hang out. Just so you might.
He does a lot of shiny stuff.
He does some shiny stuff?
Yes, he does. What do you do when you're not shining stuff?
Well, I interview people.
Okay.
I think of ways to connect people together. That's kind of what I do.
That's good. Hey viewers, it's James Kalm, the guy on the bike. And today, it's actually a Sunday evening. And we're going to go along and take a little view. We've got a couple of debut exhibitions here. This is like kind of a breakout occasion for some Brooklyn galleries. So we've got Ralston Projects here is debuting here on Madison Street down on the Lower East Side. But we're going to start out over here at the new Regina Rex. And well, take a look at these signs here. These vinyl signs. These are actually the work of David Stein. And the title of the piece is The Absurd Effort to Make the World Over 2014. And I like the way he's used the signs over here and kind of stuck some different text over them. We're going to see if we can find our way in here and see the show. This is going to be loud, so you're going to have to try to listen over the screams of the crowd. Okay, so this front space is the new Regina Rex space. This is a piece by David Hardy. Now, Regina Rex had been out at 1717 Troutman Street for about the last 4 or 5 years, and I think they put together some of the most interesting shows out in the new Bushwick neighborhood. But as with a lot of successful places, landlords got a little uptight. We actually covered a show by David out at Regina probably a year ago, and I like the work, and there's a lot of interesting things dealing with kind of torque, twist, pressure, and interesting repurposed materials. It's a great effect with these styrofoam or rubber pads. It's kind of like the stuff you would see thrown out at a architectural rehab job. Oh gee, there's Kathy Bradford. Now we've got a little gallery of works by E.J. Hauser. So it looks like black and white. I think E.J.'s one of the more interesting young painters working out in Brooklyn these days. E.J. right there. Congratulations. We're going to try to look at the show. It's titled Shield for 7. Oil on canvas, 25 by 21 inches. Pile 55. And although some of these might look kind of austere, there's actually a lot of underpainting, and I like the hand-made digital quality of these. Okay, we'll slide out here and look at the text piece. Oh, that's nice. It's reflective tape on some kind of strings. Now that he had all the time in the world and few concerns, he could do what he always wanted to do. He thought to himself, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and this piece is by Escoto. Well, now we're going to push our way into Harbor, which also was one of the little galleries out at 1717 Troutman Street, but this is really packed. We're not going to get a chance to see a lot of the work here. This is a pretty interesting cat. So this is a salon show, and I think they probably have about 25 or 30 artists in the show. Oh, hey, there's Alta. Congratulations. She's one of the people that run the gallery space here. And I couldn't find a list with the titles and descriptions, so we'll just glance around. There's Eugenia, one of the Regina Rex people. Who's this piece by? Shine. Okay. Nice interior with it's like a found frame. That's a great photograph. Who did the piece on the blinds?
Adam Parker Smith.
Adam Parker Smith?
Adam Parker
Stop into the Ralston Project, see what's going on. Well, I first came in and checked out the Ralston Projects when they were on Bedford Avenue, around South 2nd maybe. This is an exhibition of works by Halsey Hathaway, and I think we featured his work in at least one Kalm report. Maybe it was a rough cut. These are all untitled acrylic on dyed fabric. So this is untitled 60 by 50 inches. And it's interesting, Halsey seems to have started using a little more modeling, a little kind of See some splotchier things. Everything before was pretty solid color. Nina Bavasso. It's also untitled, 60 by 30 inches. I think Halsey's got a great, very sensitive color use. And we'll take a quick look at this. Untitled, but you've got a lot of interesting things happening in a very narrow range of tones. But he's also very conscious of his use of the brush stroke and the variegated combing that you get with your bristles. It's got a nice palette. Very tricky little things going on, like his little quarter-inch gap there, line on the edge, and the way that he repeats to make it almost like a transparency with this thicker strip of acrylic. Well, this is just a brief run-through of a couple of three actually galleries from Brooklyn that have now entered the scene on the Lower East Side. So welcome to Regina Rex Harbor and Rawson Projects. I believe this is 221 Madison Street at the very bottom of the Lower East Side. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. Give us a grand finale. Shine us out.
Shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it, shine it.
Oh.
I will shine anything as long as you pass it on, pass it on, pass on that shine. I'll shine your shoes, literally I will shine your shoes. But then you have to sort of transmute that shine into other things and then pass that on to people that you know.
That's what I was afraid of. Okay, thanks.
What's that? You're afraid I was going to be a preach?